If you study the lives of people that are happy, content, and healthy, what you'll often find is that the lives are very simple and Spartan. They tend to actually focus on the things that actually matter. So think along the lines of good health, strong relationships, and living below their means. With regards to keeping your life simple and Spartan, one of the best things that you can actually do is rent rather than own. And there are a number of reasons why. The first reason why is that it gives you flexibility. When you rent, you are mobile. You are not tied down like you are when you own a property. Let's say, for example purposes, you was offered a job in another part of the country. As a renter, you could literally just pack your bags and leave. You are mobile, you are free. A home owner hasn't got that flexibility because they are mortgaged up. The second reason why renting is better than owning is that it is less responsibility, which means less stress. Let's say, for example, as a homeowner, your boiler packs in. As a homeowner, it is 100% your responsibility to get that fixed. As a renter, though, it is the landlord's responsibility. So not only is renting less stress, but it is also going to save you time and money repairing things that naturally break. The third reason why renting is better is that it requires much less of a financial commitment. You know yourself, when you rent, the only thing you need to put down is a security deposit and the first month's rent. That is it. Contrast this though to purchasing a home, and you will need a hefty down payment. I don't know about you, but I would rather spend my money on experiences, invest that money in index funds, rather than locking that money away in property equity. When it comes to keeping your life simple and Spartan, what you'll often find is that it is a much better experience owning an old reliable car. And the reason why is that it is better for your mental health. You see, when you own an old reliable car, there is zero attachment to it. And this is actually psychologically freeing. It's freeing in the sense that you don't care. One, because it's old, and two, you probably didn't spend that much money on it. So let's say, for example purposes, you crash that car. It doesn't really matter because it's old and you didn't spend that much money on it. You could park that car in a dangerous part of town. Again, it doesn't really matter. If it was to get robbed, it's worthless anyway. You could spill coffee all over the seats. Again, it doesn't matter. This is freedom. Now let's compare this to owning a super expensive car. Just like home ownership, because the car costs a lot of money, it is very unlikely that you are going to be able to buy it outright. So what you do is you drop some money down and then you go on a payment plan. So you now have to make payments each and every month. Now, this takes away your freedom because you are now in debt. And contrast this to owning an old reliable car. Owning this car is stressful because you've spent a lot of money on it. You have an attachment to it. So if you bumped and crashed that car, it would probably stress you the hell out. You can't park that car in a dangerous part of town because if it got robbed, it would stress you the hell out. Even if you spilt coffee on the seats, again, it would stress you the hell out. This is not freedom.
According to my calculations, you yourself are worth somewhere in the vicinity of $9 or $10 billion today. I only say that because I've got a follow-up question.
Okay.
What's with the Honda?
This is a perfectly good car.
Very, very good way to look at information is to look at it like you would look at food. You have junk food, which obviously tastes good, but isn't very good for you. And we have high nutrient dense foods, which is very good for you, quite often doesn't taste the best, but it is what your body craves and needs. And just like food, what you consume, information wise, can impact your health. What you'll find is when you actually improve your information diet, is that you will think clearer and you will make better decisions. So let's discuss the diet of the average person. The average person is consuming mainstream media. The average person is spending hours a day on social media. The average person is watching stuff on Netflix. The average person really is consuming nothing but fluff and empty calories. So the way I look at it is this: information is nutrition. And if that information does not serve you, it means it's not worth consuming. What I've personally found in my own life is that when I keep my friendship circle small, there is less bullshit, meaning less drama, less negativity, and less conflict. You see, all you really need is 3 to 5 close friends. You don't really need any more than that. Notice I used the word need. The thing is, when you have a small friendship circle, what you will actually find is that your bonds are stronger. And the reason why is because you have spent more time with these people. Now, let's contrast this to Mr. Popular. And let's say, for example, purposes, Mr. Popular has 30 friends. Because Mr. Popular's friendship circle is so big, he is going to go longer periods of time without seeing these people. And obviously, we know that time and shared experiences are what bring people together. So, Mr. Popular, yes, has 30 friends, but the bonds are nowhere near as strong. As an adult, here are the 3 biggest decisions you will more than likely make. The first decision is where you choose to live. The second decision is what you choose to do for a living. And the third decision is the woman you choose to marry. You see, the woman that you share a bed with has a tremendous amount of power. If you're with the right woman, you can move mountains, you can get far in life. She will be your biggest supporter. On the other hand, get with the wrong woman and she can drag you down. So when it comes to long-term relationships, you're not just screening her for her genes, you're looking at her psychology. So what is her mood like most of the time? How does she respond under stress? Because this will give you a big indicator as to how she will mother your future children.